Hey everybody, it's Last Robot Kai here with more Nioh. We're starting with some Tomei because I'm just going to show off something. This is what I was talking about. This is what it looks like when you finally buy enough to get some favor, and you get a list of things you can do. So obviously the first and most important thing we need to do is unlock the Barber.
If you do anything but this, you're objectively wrong.
So now we have access to the Barber, but I'm fucking broke. So I can't actually, like, get a haircut for the moment. So we're going to do a mission, have enough money, and then get a haircut.
Man, you weren't joking about being broke, because, like, 1,000 isn't that much. 1,000 is
I've got 19 gold to my name. Because I am perpetually broke from my playthroughs, because I buy the special finds, and I buy, like, the resurrection books and things like that, so that Tomei, like, will give me more options.
Yeah.
It's very important to build up favor with the blacksmith so that you can get cheaper options, you can get more special finds, you can get more stuff in the regular inventory, make the purchase prices cheaper. This mission is a relatively short mission. I'm bringing the spear in. This mission is... we're gonna go find Nagamasa's sword. Apparently he dropped it when he got beat up by the yokai, but it wasn't on the one we beat up, so it must be another one that has it, and it's this arsehole here. This mission can end extremely easy if you let it. We're not gonna let it, because I want to just, go around and get everything. Because when you kill that Kappa, that's it, the mission's over.
Yep.
So all the enemies that spawn, all the stuff you could do, you can't do it. And it's like, well, no, I'm gonna show off the spear. Even though, we've seen a little bit of its moveset, I do have some moves, and oh god, my face.
Yep. Yup, that escalated very quickly.
Biggest problem with the spear that the game itself notes is that it bounces off of walls and ceilings and everything pretty badly. So it's definitely it's great for crowds. It's got some excellent pokes, but you just gotta be so careful because
it's not.
There are a lot of things that can go. A lot of things that can go awry. Well, it does have some good close quarters attacks. Like the poke is not going to bounce off a wall because you're basically doing it straight. So that's where you're gonna be wanting to poke mostly.
Yes, that Cyclops kills a lot of people.
Well, I think what kills a lot of people is they go, "A Kappa! I must catch it!" And the Kappa runs around the level, and you aggro all the enemies, and you get fucking killed for your stupidity and your inability to notice that something is going very wrong around you. The spear also has a combo kick, and this is another attack that's really quite nice. A good little heavy combo ending with a series of rapid strikes. There are some really fantastic abilities you can get with the spear, and in fact, I think it might be one of the few weapons that actually gets special moves you can unlock while using living weapon as well. Which we'll show off, but let's just say, have you ever wanted to be a helicopter?
That is definitely how I identify.
That's because that's a thing that the spear can do with the living weapon out with upgrades. Let's just say that much. And let's just say you will fight at least one boss who also is a helicopter as a result because they are a spear user. It's less fun when it happens to you. In fact, it's actually terrifying when your opponent becomes an attack helicopter. The spear, there are actually quite a few spear users in this game, so there's actually quite a few good spear sets. Nagamasa is one, but he uses heavy armor, which of course we won't be using. The Sanada Yukimura set that you can get with the pre-order is also gizmos to spears. I would say in terms of armor sets, the katana is the one that most armor sets will have a katana in as well. Even at this point in the game, like Kanbei set has one, and we will meet another character soon who also has one. The spear I think comes in second, and everybody else has far less of them. We will not see any Odachi sets until we hit the DLC, and the same with the Tonfa sets.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense historically, simply because Japan's a very iron poor country, so like that historically is the reason why you don't see Japanese historical figures wearing anything like medieval plate armor, simply because there's not like iron is simply too rare and too expensive to use on something like that. But so you have katanas, and katanas don't use that much iron. The only thing that uses less iron than that is spears. Spears are still incredibly useful in a lot of different ways, to the point where it's obviously like the oldest offensive weapon that humans have ever used. So I mean they're probably just taking their hints from the historical figures they're invoking here.
Also, sometimes ranged weapons can be part of the set too. One of the next major characters we'll meet actually has a full armor set and also has a sword and a bow in his arm. Yeah, people just keep falling off ledges around here, and then they go on a very long journey to get back to me.
Oh man, Odysseus ain't got nothing on that cat.
He'll be back. I'm like, okay. I suppose I should wait for him.
Odysseus ain't got nothing on that cat.
I don't even know where he is. There he is.
There he is. Friggin', I'm sitting here thinking about humming the Jeopardy theme.
We'll be right back.
No, I can't hum the JoJo theme. I don't know it well enough. Sitting here trying to do it to be continued here, but I don't know it well enough.
Dear. Honestly, like, Roof Skeleton is probably the best roundabout.
God, Roof Skeleton. That is going to live on forever in my heart. I could live to 1,000, and on my 1000th birthday, my great grandchildren surrounding me, I'll just break out laughing. And they'll be like, "What the fuck's going on, Granddad?" And I'll be like, "Roof skeleton, kids, roof skeleton."
And then you die. You just go Roof Skeleton.
Just fall over right there. They're just like, "What the hell was that about?"
And if anyone was wondering, yes, you can disembark from a ladder midway, and that stops you taking full damage if you want to drop down on someone who's below, because you do a bit less of a fall. Tactical ladder disengaging. It's great.
Tactical ladders. God, I laugh, but that's actually a thing in Arma.
Yeah. when ladders work in Arma. Probably the most annoying thing about the Oni-B is when one of them just gets it into their head that they have to charge you like that, they can basically hit you over and over and over again. It's a huge pain, and you'll notice as well I was doing 0 fire damage to the Oni-B while my weapon was on fire. Which is upsetting.
The Oni-B aren't, like, they don't hit that hard, so they're not actually that dangerous even when they chain hit you. But oh my god, this like it will detonate your fury like greased gunpowder. It is just absolutely infuriating when they get all up in your face.
Yeah, and they will do it repeatedly, they'll hit you repeatedly, and they will stagger you, and they will usually be accompanying an enemy that you actually do want to, like, not get killed by, and then you've got these things on you. Alright, the music's getting fancy. We've almost finished.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, no, Kappa, we're not fighting you just yet. We've got to kill the last of their enemies. This might take a while too, because as I've discovered, the spear just does not wreck the Kappa like I would hope. Okay, let's take care of this bomb.
Pew, pew.
This one in particular will run like crazy.
Yeah, no, he runs around a lot. Like, the spear doesn't wreck Kappa very well, perhaps, but like you're also just not doing a ton of damage on this guy.
Here's an attack you won't see the Kappa do too often, although it is in this case. It will actually grab handfuls of the water that's in its head and hurl it at you, which is interesting that it doesn't kill it. Because
there's more left. It's fine.
There we go. We finally broke that back,
okay,
so now we can. He's like, oh, maybe I should get your bum. No, you can't get my bum.
Got your junk.
This guy seems to be falling prone a lot less when he does his shield attack too. There's like a very small window when they do that shield drop that can get you. We're gonna be at this for a while, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you know, I'm not doing a huge amount of damage to this guy.
This is kind of Kappa's that ABI, though. This is like the genuine experience.
Yeah, he has a lot more health than most, specifically because this thing is supposed to be leading you into large masses of enemies, and I had the foresight to go and kill all of them first, because I've done this level before. You can also basically insta-win the level by living weaponing on the enemy, and just blendering him down too.
Though, hopefully you've got something like an axe or an odachi for that.
Yeah, I mean I could use it here as well, but I'm just like... I refuse to let him win. I like when he realizes you're down. He stops and he goes, "Oh shit! Maybe I can get a bit of that bum soul going," and then fails. I love this. He's like, "Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Ow, rock!" He's good at dodging though. Once he realizes what you're up to.
Go to hells.
There we go, 100 years later.
Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 soul, but anus souls. I'm sitting here trying to pull off a decent joke, and I just frickin' butcher my own joke. It's terrible.
And as if Kappas weren't weird enough, apparently the perfect way to prevent them from being a douchebag to you is just to give them a cucumber.
Okay. Like, that's simple enough. I don't even like cucumbers.
Yeah, there you go. And we get the prostrate emote.
Because don't tell my father, okay? I just imagine that.
Yeah, don't tell my dad. And we also get the recipe, which will allow us to construct Nagamasa's armor set.
That guy has the most handsome smile.
As you can see, there's immediately another quest. And we'll get to that in a second, because we're going to go to the blacksmith first.
Hi, Tomei!
She's good. Let's see, there we go. We've got the Raging Bull. It's a heavy armor set. And, apparently, Nagamasa really fucking loved big helmets. And let me tell you something. They're not kidding. Nagamasa is going to be wearing the mother of all hats the next time we, engage with him. The next time we do a mission and he's in it, we're gonna be seeing some motherfucking hat. It is an amazing hat.
This is Big H hat.
Alright, so let's just get a haircut. Let's get a haircut. We can trim our hair. I'm just showing off what these haircuts look like. There aren't terribly many, and we won't be getting more. This is it. But, you know.
But still, though.
A modicum of customization. Nioh 2 actually is a full character customizing one. It looks like it's going to be fairly robust too. They only let us play with presets, but the presets were extremely varied. If you've ever played like a Dark Souls game and you've made somebody who had dark skin, they just looked like a white person with dark skin, you don't have to worry about that with Nioh. They actually have appropriate ethnic appearances for that sort of thing. It's actually quite impressive. A white person looks like a white person, an Asian person looks like an Asian person. It's as well, it's crazy. So yeah, Nagamasa lost the fucking sword again, so we have to go back for it.
Oh
yeah, he's kind of stupid, so we're gonna and Kanbei is like Kanbei is fully aware that this keeps happening, and so he's like, how about
could you go do this and then just kick him in the crotch on the way out?
So we're going back. We're going back to the cabins one last time.
I remember this, but still though, I don't remember it being one after the other.
Yeah, no, it's pretty much straight away. Like we will be recovering a lot of swords. And hey, look what we're using this time. Yeah, it's a weapon that I've probably used all of like 3 times in my entire time of learning how to play this game, which is a little funny, but it's the Kusarigama, and it is a ninja weapon. This one is and definitely this is the weapon you want to use if you're on a ninja build. Also, new enemy. How do you feel about musical monks? because this guy is a very unfortunate
I was going to say
musical
monk is a little bit deceiving.
This guy's life sucks because he's basically if you look closely enough at him, the biwa boku boku is actually the instrument. The man holding the instrument is essentially cursed by the instrument to continue to play, and the by itself the biwa boku boku is not too much of a problem. It will summon onibis, and that's about it. If you get close, pretty easy to take care of. Where it actually shines is that wherever there is a Revenant spot, it is entirely possible for the Biwa Boku Boku to summon them, which is what that looks like. We'll only summon one at a time, and it is on a timer. That's why I said this game has pseudo-invasion mechanics.
Right.
Everybody who dies here becomes a problem for you. Luckily, very easy problem to sort out, so long as you can get the bugger.
Other Boku Bokus will not be that easy to snipe.
Yes. The Biwa is the instrument, the Boku Boku is the demon, the fiend part, I guess. Hot spring time!
Hot spring time! I would complain about this, but honestly, hot springs are basically like my platonic ideal vision of heaven. Like what is heaven? It's not like an amazing golden road. No, it's just frickin' hot springs.
Yeah. So the Kuri is an interesting weapon. It differs from a lot of the other weapons because quick stance and quick attacks and heavy attacks use different parts of the weapon. Quick attack will always use the chain and the weight on the end of it. And you can just see the attacks that come out of this motherfucker are actually really quite impressive. Heavy attacks will use the sickle. And so you're going to be doing a lot of really elaborate combos with the chain, whereas with the sickle you've got a lot more sort of closer range hits. And so that's where I sort of have to try and get into my head that I'm using a different kind of weapon style. It does do some pretty good stun damage though, the weight.
I've never used this weapon before, so I can't comment on it at all. It looks so cool.
I will definitely put more time into it to figure it out in later levels. It is pretty interesting.
It looks so awesome.
Yeah, and it goes great with a ninja build, like ninjutsu and stuff, because you will be earning points to make its damage work better, and also earning points to get ninja stuff, which is fantastic. I mostly for the ninja stuff is I get all the passive bonuses like extra elixirs, extra ammo, more damage from stuff. But you can go into all of the really cool abilities and functions of it as well if you want. So there's a fucking Biwa Boku Boku around here somewhere. Can you see it, ladies and gentlemen? Because I know exactly where it is, and fuck it. Fuck that guy.
Piece of
they are interesting insofar as they don't respawn either when you kill them. They are an enemy that will not come back when you kill them.
And everybody
at least in this level.
Every god that exists for that. His holy mother.
Yeah. They are the masters of bullshit.
Again, like Revenants are. Again, that was wannabe samurai once more. Revenants are deceptive because you think you've got it, but their AI is just very, very good at seeing openings and exploiting them. So, and they all do just tons of damage. So every time
they will be wearing the gear they had when they died, and that includes shortcut items. So they will have access to elixirs. If they had any particular shuriken or any fancy stuff on there, fighting a ninja one can be like a nightmare because they will have some shit. There are actually 2 shortcut windows. It is worth noting. You can switch between the shortcut set I've got here and then a second one. And Tomei, with the favor system, you can actually unlock another 2. So going up against a fully armed ninjutsu or magic using Revenant can be an absolute butt-clenching experience.
Ninjutsu in particular, because most of their tools inflicts various status effects, which, you know, I mean, as another player, you have a tendency to be a little bit more vulnerable to all of that than your stereotypical enemy does. And so, you know, I mean, you get stunned or poisoned or paralyzed, and you may very well just simply not have a chance to heal that up while you're fighting that Revenant, because it is just going to be straight down your throat.
I was kind of expecting more enemies in this area, but the climax of this particular mission is going to be fighting in an area against waves of spawning enemies, because this game also does that in sections. So because yokai can just randomly appear out of the ground, it's what they do best. I have equipped a Moment Talisman, though I don't know if I use it, and also I really need to stop staying in yokai pools, because geez, they absolutely tank your regen.
They really do. Like it's one of those things you're just like, oh, this isn't gonna be that big of a deal, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, it's a steal. Please stop. Why did I make these decisions?
Sadly, that ability I just used, as cool as it is, and I don't use it enough, can drag an enemy towards you, which is super badass. But I don't really get to use it.
Didn't quite get that one this time.
And yeah, now we got some Oni B. So there we go, Oni B taken care of. What's next? Oh, this guy. He's not alone, I don't think. There's a skeleton with an axe, and also someone shooting arrows at us in the distance. And I am going to get jack of their shit in a second, because terror. Fighting more than one enemy in this game is such a scary situation to be in.
And particularly when somebody's sniping at you when you're trying to do it. That is just 5 flavors of unacceptable.
Barely got clipped by that other charge move. Oh yeah, so that's when I get hit and I'm like, okay, that's it.
Yep.
I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this skeleton archer. We're gonna kill you, but it's like,
than I would have had with
yeah,
that.
they were not far behind.
No, they were not. They never are.
Enemies are aggressive. They will pursue you to the ends of the earth if they have to. Okay, there we go.
One down.
I actually used the long range attack on that one to finally get that last bit of chip health out. So, yeah. I'm just gonna continue doing it and then get slapped in the face for it. I also have a parry move with this, but I do not get the timing right at all in this episode. So, that's another thing I have to practice.
Parrying in Souls-likes, I maintain that is an absolutely overrated thing that should be deprecated in these games. Just simply because okay, well this guy's about to have a very bad day. Simply because parrying always relies upon memorization of very specific things that are unique to your very specific situation. There's no what's the word I'm looking for? Unifying ethos or tactics surrounding it. In most Souls-like games, there's not even a universal way of signaling what can or can't be parried. Sekiro is one of the only is the only one I can think of that gets any sort of idea surrounding these, or any sort of structure surrounding these. You are dead, buddy.
I should have been.
You should have been.
You'll see, this particular Revenant has a weapon that has water element on it.
Yeah, I noticed that.
There we go. Got some damage on him. I was trying to parry on him, and I will try and do it again, and that's a bad idea, because this guy is actually probably one of the better armed and armored of
that is a cohesively put together player right there.
Yeah, he's and yeah, so everyone's probably figured out there was another fucking Biwa Boku Boku behind the goddamn door I need a key to take care of. Alright, there we go. Let's go take care of this idiot.
GG. But yeah, even the way you were attempting to parry him right there before, what feedback did you get that when it didn't work, right? You sort of saw that it didn't work, but were you too early? Were you too late? You know, was your aim off on it or something like that? You get none of these critical bits of information back in basically any Souls-like game. But for whatever reason, you know, parrying is the ultimate of being super elite in these games. Even though it's just a matter of, you know, graduating from the school of hard knocks. I think it's stupid.
The guy ranting about his grudge never fading was Cool Guy talking about parrying.
七郎に幽閉されし頃より20年余りか。慈悲なく6万を虐殺した織田信長。膨れし欲望を御しきれなかった太閤秀吉。棟梁たる者、なぜ皆断りを外れるのか。次は三成殿か家康殿か。いっそ。いや、わしはお潔短い。天下の是非を見極めるは長政。
Yeah, so we get ourselves our first water spirit, Mizuchi. We won't use it for a while because it actually has some high spirit restrictions on it.
Water snake.
But yeah, that's it for the limestone cabinet. So we never have to go back there either.
That's
thank
probably
God.
for the best.
And next time we'll have another major story event. We'll be heading off to a quite sort of famous location in Japanese folklore. And until then, I have been the Last Robo-Kai.
And I've been a dude who hates parrying!
He was ranting throughout the entirety of the cutscene.
And he muted it because the cutscene is way more important than my vendetta. I will die on this hill. Parrying is stupid.